School dinners are in a deepening crisis, with a diet of fatty processed food threatening our children's health, and the government doesn't seem to have the answers.
I wouldn't fucking feed that to my dog. I would feed it to my dog, but I wouldn't feed it to my mate. Certainly not my kids.
Jamie Oliver is determined to prove there can be better. So far he's transformed the food in One London Comprehensive, but he needs to show it will work on a big scale. He'll have to get dinner ladies in 60 schools cooking his food with the help of school cook Nora, and persuade the government to back it around the country.
I want us to have a fucking better, cooler, cleverer, healthier nation. England's one of the richest countries in the world, and you know, I came back from South Africa in the townships and I saw a better school meal there in a shanty town than in the middle of London. Bizarre. If you look along the side of the table now, everything is essentially the same. Reconstituted sausage rolls, minced meat there, don't know what's inside. Fish fingers, the same. Sausages, reconstituted, probably synthetic skins, probably a shitload of additives. There's nothing wrong with a chicken nugget if it's a chicken nugget. It's when they start, you know, mechanically reclaiming stuff and you look at the ingredients, and I ain't a scientist, but when you start saying, well, okay, there's 49 ingredients, and I see 3 food ingredients, you don't have to be a genius or a doctor to work out that ain't good.
Burger, smileys and beans, please. Burger. Pizza and smileys.
I can honestly say that 97% of people in this room today had a totally unacceptably unbalanced diet. Kids and schooling and making sure that they're healthy when they leave, for crying out loud, is a basic necessity and right to every parent, whether the parents are thick as shit or not, you know. And as we all know, there's a lot of thick parents out there, but it doesn't mean they don't love their kids. It just means they've kind of grown up believing and trusting things that are being blipped at them every day, you know.
There are a number of reasons why it's important to start with children. First, obesity, once established in adults, is very hard and expensive to treat, and the treatments tend not to work very well, so prevention makes a great deal of sense. A second reason is that childhood is a time when people are learning habits about eating and physical activity, and so intervening during those early years could project ahead into many years of healthy lifestyle, which is quite important. And the last reason, and perhaps the most important, is that society is willing to take actions to defend children against bad things in their environment. And so getting rid of soft drinks and snack foods in schools, cracking down on advertising and the like, are things that would never be considered, and the adult equivalent of that would be very hard to consider, but the child equivalent is not.
What could be more important than the health of our children? They're the future for our country, for our world.
I've seen kids go to Mackie D's, KFC, Pizza Hut, you know, fish and chip shop, you know. That's their dinner every night of the week. And then at school, there's an even cheaper version of it at school. And if they get a lunchbox, well, forget about that. You know, you might as well give them a line of cocaine.
Jamie's shocked to discover children as young as 5 are being referred to the paediatric dietitian at the local hospital.
So what is this diet that is causing the things that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis?
I think the worst case I've had is when people have a fizzy drink for breakfast and a Kit Kat, and again they have chicken nuggets for lunch and chicken nuggets again for dinner and chips. This is
that
the
sounds
whole
pretty
diet.
normal to a lot of the kids.
Absolutely, it's not. But this is shocking because you've got all this saturated fat. You get this gradual build-up around the colon, and then it gets to the extent that it gets so clogged up that some children are actually causing vomiting, and they get, when they vomit, because the food's been sat in the small intestine for a while,
you're winding me up.
They're actually bringing up semi-formed feces out of themselves, because the food's just not going anywhere, so it has to get out somewhere.
When a paediatrician says to you, look, I'm frustrated, I love my job, but you know what, no one's listening to me. It's like listening to a policeman when he's put someone in jail and they're out again. You know, it's just like going, nah, nah, nah. He's saying, listen, I see this kid once a week now, used to see him once a month. I've told the parents, right? Now, you know, to me, this is child abuse. I've told them to stop doing that, and they're still doing it because it comes in a nice packet. And it's branded, and they trust it, and they're buying into a solution, you know? And I'll keep telling them, and they're still doing it. Is it child abuse? Not at the moment. Do I think it's child abuse? Yep. The damage on the inside, we might as well put cigarette butts out on the kids, you know? You can't see what's on the inside, that's the problem. Who knows what this is? Darling?
Onions.
It's onions? No, sit down.
Is it leek?
It's not a leek, no. I can't believe it. I think I'm going to pass out.
Kiwi?
A kiwi?
Kiwi. Kiwi fruit.
The only way to change the way kids think about food is to bring them into a new relationship to food, and to do that in the public school system, educating kids about how to eat. But I've been working on a project in Berkeley for the last 10 years called the Edible Schoolyard. And we had in mind to tie a curriculum of a garden and of a kitchen classroom to all the other subjects at the school. And what we've discovered after 10 years is that kids really like this interactive pedagogy of a garden classroom and of a kitchen classroom. And when they get involved with the growing and the cooking, that they all want to eat it.
After 6 months of perseverance, Jamie and Nora have achieved what at times seemed impossible. The teenagers are actually enjoying freshly cooked meals.
Give me that. It's quite nice, you know.
Help yourself. Help yourself to salad.
I've had 5 scoops of salad.
Good boy. Do you like it?
What's being learned in the school can generalize outside the school hours because the community is providing the possibility of eating a healthier diet. But even if these possibilities exist and it's still too expensive, you've got problems, and that's where the government needs to step in. It just has to be the case that healthy foods cost less and unhealthy foods cost more, then the financial incentives are lined up in the proper direction.
And as far as our kids are concerned, they are the most unhealthy kids in Europe. I'm not proud of that. I'm sickened by it. I'm appalled by it. You know, I don't mind paying my taxes. I believe in paying taxes. I'm not going to pay my taxes so some numbnut who knows nothing about food, food preparation, food standards, probably doesn't even enjoy cooking or go out to restaurants and have any kind of, I don't know, positive input. He's running the, you know, that person's signing checks, billions of pounds to serve crap to our kids.
You've described fantastically powerfully, and money is there and money is important, but it's only part of the equation. It's the whole range of things that have to be done, and it's our job to find the money implication to do that, and I'm saying to you I will do that.
What have we been promised? A minimum spend of ingredients per kid on the plate to 65p, 60 pence. All junk and fizzy drinks all being banned from the vending machines for healthier options. I've been promised that every kitchen will be redone over 5 years. If you can't look after our kids, and this is what I'd say to President Bush, where I'm here in New York now, you know, if you can't look after your kids when you know that they're the most unhealthy kids in the world, or in England's case, Europe, you know, again, England and America are side by side, not in war, but in having the most unhealthy kids. If you can't look after our kids, do me a favour, piss off and go and run another country.
All the problems that we as a nation are paying for through the National Health Service, they come back to what we're feeding our children.
The odor of